Hello, hello. So in today's session, we will see what is this Agentblazer and how to become an Agentblazer. So let's get started. Okay. So here we have this module champion, then innovator, then weekend. So let's start with this champion. So confidently explain Agentforce concepts and business impact. So this is something we will learn in this module. So let's get started. So here we have few more modules like get started with AI basics, then explore Salesforce AI, then meet Agentforce, then get hands-on with Agentforce. So let's start with this first one. It is get started with AI basics. So here, let's continue. Get started with AI. So let's start. So we all know about AI. So AI means artificial intelligence. It is something which we provide intelligence to the machine so that the machine can depict so many things at its own as we are using AI in different ways like ChatGPT and all those things. So in this module, the crux of this module is that what is AI module? We already know what is artificial intelligence and how does it works, but here the same thing is written. Uh, it also explains that the difficulties of AI, that why people are not able to explain what is AI. Like the first step is defining AI is to recognize that our current notion of AI might be a little distorted, steady diet. So overall, what is AI? So it is the intelligence which we give to the machine, and it is artificial because we are creating this intelligence and implanting this in some machine like ChatGPT. So is intelligent, but that is artificially intelligence. Okay, so this is how this works. Then we have different type of AIs, like we can predict numbers. So we have AI to predict numbers. Then we have AI to classify things. Then we have this robotic navigations AI. Then we have this natural processing AI that is called NLP. So here we have the skills what can distort our understanding of artificial intelligence. So scholar has an unclear definition of AI, fictional representation of AI, narrow view of what consists intelligence. So I think CND. Then which broad category would an AI system fit into if it is used to determine the optimal price of an airline ticket? So it will be come under number prediction, I guess. So let's so all the answers were correct. Then this model is turn data into models. Whenever from so here we can see we have different algorithms to calculate the output, like we have this input 5829 and we are processing to add this value, then divide it by 4, so the output is 6. And what are we doing here is reference of reference to training experience required. Okay, so here we are going to learn neural network, I guess. Suppose we have some target, like here we are taking the example of milk, I guess. And these are the days like weekend and time, raining, and distance. These are the factors. So basically, uh, these are the factors of going to this milk shop, I guess. So on the weekdays, we are measuring the frequency or availability to go to the milk shop. On weekends, then timing of going to the milk shop. So we might be creating different weights here. So we have given the weight if the customer is going more frequently on some particular time, then we are adding weight to this. And in if the person having short distance to the milk shop is having more frequent arrivals, then we are adding weight to this distance node. So this is how we are creating our neural network designing here. So what limits programmers from handicrafts algorithm to perform tasks we associate with human intelligence. To perform tasks we associate with not enough memory, laws that prevent the races, the sheer number of rules and account to little. The laws that prevent the creation of AI, not enough memory in the model, the sheer number of rules to account for many of which are unknown. Okay. Then a database of business name, zip code, and market values would be an example of structured data. So let's see. So this is also true. So let's move to the next module. Here we have understand the need of neural networks. So the neural networks are used to by the machine to figure out the shortest path out of different different scenarios. Like we might be having different scenarios to go to the milk shop on different days, different time, different distance, and different raining season. So we are creating multiple neural network for this. Like you can see here, we have different neural network with different weights, and we are mapping this to create a more complex neural network. And we are also adding biases to the target values, as you can see here. So this is how, and then we have the final target here. So we are adding complexity to the neural network and adding layering to it. And you can see the more than mental math, it is neural network math. So this is how this works. Then we have for AI training to be considered deep learning. What does its neural network need more of? Okay, for AI training to be considered deep learning, what does neural network need more? I think layers. Then the values of weight and biases in our trained neural network usually have an obvious connection to the input. The values of weight and bias in a trained neural network usually have an obvious connection to the input. I don't know how. So this is false. Okay, so let's move to the next module, that is generative AI basics. So let's continue this. Explore the capabilities of generative AI. So generative AI is the one AI which is generating some text or images or video or any kind of data can be generated by this generated AI. So possibilities of the language module, then what we can achieve, we can summarize, we can translate, we can do error connection with this generative AI, then we can do this question answering, then guided image generation, then text to speech, and impressive predictions. So these are the things which we can do with the generative AI. So let's move to this quiz. What is it called when AI interprets everyday language? So that is called natural language processing. If you ask a generative AI what is the color of what its favorite color is, and it responds to, is called an example of prediction. So this is fine. Understand the technology ecosystem of generative AI. So supercharging generative AI training, we have this ecosystem where we have computing hardware, then cloud platform, then foundational models, infrastructure optimization, data layer, and applications. So these are the few ecosystems, part of the ecosystem where each company focuses on some particular thing, like computing hardware is managed by some specific company, then cloud platforms are managed by some different companies. And here we have common concerns about generative AI. So we have this concept of hallucination where the prediction generates AI that diverges from an expected response. So the responses are unexpected, and this scenario is called hallucinations. Then we have data security. Uh, so we we can only have the data to train our generative AI, which is accessible to us. We can't use someone's data without their consent. Then we have this plagiarism, then user spoofing, then sustainability. So these are few common concerns about generative AI. So let's move to the quiz. New AI model architecture and availability of expensive training data are two factors in the rapid improvement of generative AI. What is the third one? So basic that computing power and large data storage. I think this one is the correct answer. Developer must create their own learning model in order to add NLP process to the, I don't know, maybe true, maybe false. False. Okay. So let's move to the next module, that is natural language processing. So get to know natural language. So NLP is the field of AI that combines computer science and linguistics to give apps and AI assistant the ability to understand, interpret, and generate human language in a way that meaningful and useful to humans. So NLP helps apps and AI assistant and autonomous agent perform tasks like understanding the meaning of sentence, recognizing important details in text, translating languages, answering questions, summarizing text, and etc. Very brief history of NLP. So it is used. Uh, okay, then we have this human languages, natural language. Okay, then we have this structured and unstructured data. So this is the structured data where we have keys and values, and if we write this in this combined state, then it is unstructured data. So we generally talk in unstructured data, and once the data is transformed in some key value pair or in some data sets or some Excel sheet, then that is called structured data, which is more easy to be understand. Then we have NLU and NLG, so natural language understanding and natural language generation. So these are two concepts. So natural language understanding means to understand what is written, like it is used to convert this unstructured data to structured data. So this is called natural language understanding, where the AI changes this unstructured data to structured data by transforming this data into different chunks and make this in this key value pairs. Then we have natural language generation, where the machine or AI transform this structured data into this unstructured data according to users' need. So this is how the NLU and NLG works. So what is natural language? So the way human communicates. In what ways have neural network impact NLP? NLP has become faster. NLP has become more context, no longer important. I just see, and so that is true. Let's go to the next. Learn about natural language parsing. So basic element of natural language. So here we will learn what is natural language parsing. So here we will pass this unstructured data to the structured data, and here we can see different things like vocabulary, grammar. So these are the element of natural language in English, including vocabulary, grammar, syntax, semantics, prag- pragmatics, discourse and dialogue, phonetics, phonology, and morphology. So parsing natural language. So we can parse the natural language in we can do syntactic parsing, then semantic parsing. Like we have different syntactic parsing. This may include segmentation, where the large texts are divided into smaller, meaningful chunks. Then we have tokenization, where we split it into individual words. Then we have the systemic, where words are reduced to their root form. We have this example: I am going outside to rake leaves. So the stem is leaf. Uh, then we have this example: he always leaves the key in the lock. Then the stem is leaf. Then we have this lemmatization, where this is similar to STEMI. STEMI. Lemmatization reduces word to their root, but takes the part of a speech into account to arrive at much more valid root word. I am going outside to rake leaves. So here the lemma is leaf, and he always leaves the key in the lock. So lemma is leaf. Then we have this part of speech tagging. So it assigns grammatical level or tag to each word based on its part and speech, such as noun, adjective, verb, and so on. Then we have this named entity recognition, that is NER. Then we have the semantic analysis, where uh, it involves determining whether a piece of text, such as sentence, or social media post, in a review or tweet, expresses positive or negative or neutral sentiment. And then we have this intent analysis, where the machine checks the intent. It helps us understand what someone wants or mean based on what they say or write. Then we have this context analysis, where the natural language relies heavily on the context. So it generally checks the previous context and previous conversation to detect, to interpret this. So this is how this works. So let's move to the quiz. So which NLP technique uses the part of a speech to more accurately for roof of a word? I think STEMI. Okay, what are the terms for finding the underlying structure of the text in NLP? The underlying structure. Okay, I think parsing, maybe. Okay, so this is another speech mode, very root. I think this was root. Yeah, okay, root form. This is STEM, I guess. Okay, lemmatization. So this is one step ahead. So this was all for today. So thanks. Bye.